For this recipe, we have curry and thyme, egusi, which is the main deal, onga seasoning and seasoning cubes, that's onion and onion spring, tomato puree, scotch bonnet pepper, then another processed tomato puree. This other one was a tin tomato puree. There are two different brands, okay? In case I'm not okay with the other one, then I can use the other one. That's locust bean already blended. That is garlic and ginger mix. That's our chicken wing. And in the other small white container is shrimp. I have salt, and guys, that will be all. Now the chicken wing is already marinated, and I wanted to oven bake, but because I need the stock, I would first of all steam it. After steaming, I'll get my stock out and then send it to the oven to bake it here, or to dry it up. All right, so moving forward, after that, you just heat up your pot and add a little oil, and you go in with your ginger and garlic mix and the already diced onion. Fry it until your onion is translucent in appearance. I added some salt to season it, and I also added the blended locust bean. Fry it, and at this point the onion is looking translucent, so I went in with the pepper blend. Fry it again for some few minutes and introduce the tomato puree. Now the tomato doesn't have to be much, so I went in batch by batch, because if it is too much, it will swallow the egusi, and the shine of this stew is the egusi, so the egusi needs to show itself in your stew. So to that I added some curry and thyme. I left some portion remaining to add later in the cooking process, and to that too I added the onga seasoning powder. This is for color as well as taste, right? Give it a good stir, fry it for some time, and then add your shrimp. Okay, now after adding the shrimp, you have to be very careful with the way you stir so that you don't get the shrimp mashed. Just give it a gentle, loving, tender stir, okay? And set it aside. In another pot, heat up, add little oil, and add the remaining locust bean. This oil is for our egusi. Egusi on its own has a lot of oil, so this is why you see me using little amount of oil. The chicken wing also has some amount of oil in it, so you don't want your stew to be over oiled. So now fry it and then add water, little water, and cover it up without stirring. Just gently touch it so that you don't get everything like in a molten form. Just gentle, and then cover it to cook. This is to get it caked, so that by the time you add it into your stew, you would be able to find the egusi, like get a little lumps, yeah, here and there in the stew. So at this point it's ready, and then into the paste that we already have, you just add the stock. This was from the chicken wing, and then in there you go in with the already fried and cooked egusi. Do not stir, please, so that you don't just miscouple everything and it will just be flat without lumps. We want it to have some lumps, so you just have to cover it and allow it to cook for some time to cake up. Now look at me turning it. At this point you can see the egusi smiling at me. All right, then to that add some little water, add some crayfish, add some seasoning cubes. This is now to cook. The one that I added before was in the stock, right? Okay, so cover it and allow it to boil. Open it to see how it is doing. Turn and taste for salt. If you're okay at this point, you go in with the chicken. We'll see how the chicken wings are looking. Like I said, I baked it just to give it that golden brown color. Now to this, you add the spring onion. At this point, guys, this stew, this beauty is almost done. Just give it a little stir and turn off the heat. And we are getting ready to serve this food. Guess what, guys? I have some guests today and I already dished these beauties. Look at my decoration, look at my garnishing, guys. Can't you just give me my flour already? Give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment for me. Now these guys are eating and they actually enjoyed it. Let me allow you hear what they have to say. So it's ready, it's ready.
Wow, kudos to you, Ada. Just keep the good work.
Thank you.
To be honest with you, I've not tasted such a thing before. What stew is this again? Egusi stew. Nice.
This is my first time. Every kind of meat.
Ada?
You might bring it.
That's very nice.
Okay.
I've never tasted this stew before.
Wow. So I also advise you try it out on your own. You could do something different from mine. So guys, here are my wonderful guests and they are really enjoying the food. I wish any of you could come around any other time to have a taste. So with that, guys, this is where we'll call it a day. I hope you also enjoyed it as they are enjoying it. See you in my next one. Bye-bye.